Welcome to the Phi Life Podcast. I'm John Barban, and with me is Brad Pilon. And today's topic is something Brad hasn't even told me yet, so you might as well just get rolling.
I figured, last week we talked about packaging, right? And I was sort of going off about how important packaging is. I was kind of downplaying ingredients a bit. So I figured it'd be fair to our ingredient people out there and also give people kind of just an inside look into how this all works. I was going to suggest that people maybe check out a supply side expo. Right? For people who don't know what that is, it's a giant meeting, like an expo hall. So just rows and rows and rows of booths, kind of like at if you go to the Arnold's or the Mr. Olympia, where you'd see supplement companies that have their booth set up and you go from booth to booth checking out the newest wares that these supplement companies are selling. Well, if you go to something like supply side, you have rows and rows and rows of booths of people pitching their raw materials, which are the ingredients. So it's really cool because if you could ever get access to one of these supply side shows, what you're seeing is exactly what you're going to see in a bodybuilding supplement company show just 3 years earlier, right? Because it's typically a company, so John and I decide we're going to start up a company. We have a novel way of spray drying blueberry extract, right? So John was a food chemist and I'm a marketing guru, so we come up with this idea. But man, we got to get this into products. We don't actually want to make a product. That's not our thing. We're not good, marketers for that kind of thing. Well, let's go down the supply side. We'll set up a booth and we'll try to reel in some customers. Only our customers are the supplement companies, right? Not just bodybuilding. In this case, it would be anything. You'd probably put spray-dried blueberry in, cosmetics, right? And cosmetic people will be there. So you meet with people and you pitch why your ingredient would be a great addition to their products. So for a lot of people, I'm sure you kind of think that the supply chain kind of ends at the supplement company, right? Whether it's or the cosmetic company or even the food company. But there's a large step back where it's actually the raw material companies pitching to them. Another thing that would be really cool is I believe it's NutriIngredients.com or NutriIngredients USA. But then what you get there is sort of the suppliers side of things. And this is where the suppliers will shoot basically the same way that research gets marketed to us, quick blurbs about how great something is. Well, the suppliers do that same technique, to the potential buyers of supplement companies or cosmetic companies, et cetera. So you talk about, air bubbles may help cut salt and sugar from Unilever, right? So Unilever obviously is a supplier and also a manufacturer in this case. Whole grain diet, again linked to heart health from the bakeryandsnacks.com. So you can obviously see there's a little bit of an obvious push here, right? So there's an on your radar section, and here you have omega-3 and a couple bullets about omega-3s and probiotics and a couple pushes from the probiotic people. So it's really interesting if you get a chance to look at the way the raw material suppliers market to the supplement companies, who then take that message and market it to you.
Mm-hmm. And then, and that's kind of why a new ingredient gets adopted by multiple brands, and it'll hit the market sort of kind of all at the same time. Because behind the scenes, those ingredient suppliers are trying to get as many companies on board as possible.
Yeah, unless you can get one of the big guys, and you give them exclusivity. But
or get the biggest fish and get them exclusive.
Yeah.
But in either case, they're always trying to expand their market share, and they're always trying to get as many adopters as possible with the particular ingredient.
Yeah.
So there's an entire second level of the industry that you would never see, and you don't realize if you didn't know this, that you wouldn't know that a new ingredient is coming in, and there's a surplus of it, it's at a good price, and it's got some good marketing claims behind it, and that's why all of a sudden it shows up in everybody's product. Yeah. That's because there's a hard push going on behind the scenes for everyone to start selling it.
Absolutely. And then also, if you happen to be a nutrition major or doing a graduate degree in nutrition, the key here is that working in a supplement company is not your only option. You can actually work for one of these ingredient companies, because the more creative they are and the more ingredients they have, or the more variations of ingredients, the better they're going to succeed. And John, you and I can both think of certain companies who have certain testosterone promoting herbs, who have the same herb every year at these supply shows, have been there for the last 8 years. Nothing new, no new research, no new branding, just the same product, right? And obviously that's all they have. Whereas when you